Hey everyone, my name is Kim. Welcome or welcome back. This is going to be a more specific reading, taking a look at the energies that have been surrounding us lately that have been creating a bit of a push-pull dynamic. It's almost as if the universe has been putting you in different directions so that you can get this full rounded view. You are going to be stepping into a certain revelation, and this energy has been gearing up for this moment. It's been going in this direction so that you can see and experience things again from all those different sides so that you have clear forward momentum. So if you've been working on something or if you've been looking for clarity and answers towards something, this message might just resonate for you. If you are enjoying the reading, please be sure to like, share, subscribe. It always goes so far, and I appreciate it greatly. With that being said, let's jump in. A reminder, these are not predictive readings. This is about tapping into what the current energies are and how we can best work with them. Okay, let's start here by taking a look to see, again, there has been this dynamic of a little bit of push-pull, teeter-tottering. It's almost as if life has been on this pendulum swing lately where you feel so certain about moving in one direction and then being quickly rerouted and going in towards another. It feels a little confusing, right? Because we feel this sense of certainty and power and confidence to go towards something, and then all of a sudden we kind of lose speed a little bit and then find ourselves backtracking into a new direction. Again, for those who this message is resonating for, I think you will understand exactly what I'm getting into here. So let's dive a little bit further and see, because it does, the visual actually I kept getting as I was preparing for this reading was little sparks happening. It's like nothing has fully ignited yet. Nothing has fully revealed itself yet, but there's these little sparks. It's almost as if energy is popping up in different areas, but again, it's happening a little bit scattered because life is trying to get you to see this full rounded perspective of something before you can move forward. So let's take a look to see. Let's start just with a general message from Spirit to see what is the purpose of all this? What is the current energy that's around us? What are we meant to be working with here? Please and thank you, Spirit. What are the current energies here for the collective that this message is resonating for? And what are we meant to be working with here? There we go. 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands. Like, if that's not confirmation. Okay, so this is exactly what we were just tapping into. We are being prepared right now. Right now, it's, again, feeling a little bit discombobulated, a little unorganized. But the reason for that is because this different directions, this impulse to go here, this impulse to do that, and nothing really fully taking off, but recognizing even those little sparks of momentum and excitement is exactly what you're meant to get from it. Some things might lead you down pathways where nothing really comes about of it, but it's not for nothing. There is something in every experience that you are having right now. The 8 of Wands talks about good omens coming in for you and coming in rapid rates. Again, those little sparks that are happening. This isn't just one thing that's going to go boom and reveal itself. This is little downloads and little glimpses of information that are coming together to create this bigger holistic picture for you. All right, so let's see here. Oh, 5 of Swords. Okay, so let's take a look at this a little bit further, because 5 of Swords is about, it's a card of being methodical. It's a card of strategy, but it can also be a little bit about maybe getting a little bit too hooked on to doing a certain way of things or doing things in a certain way. The 5 of Swords for me often represents the ego. It's like we can get into habits of doing things knowing we don't like the outcome of it because our ego likes the familiarity of it. So if it's looking at us to say, okay, that's great, we can go down this unknown road and potentially get everything we've been wanting and hoping for, but we don't know how we're going to get there. We don't know if we're actually going to get it. So why don't we just stay here, right? The ego is not bad, and I say this all the time. The ego is not bad. It's just our alarm system, right? It spots change and it notices it. So it comes in our nervous system to say, are you really sure you want to take this new step forward? So that might have been creating a little bit of this back and forth energy you've been feeling too. Again, if this message is resonating for you, you've most likely been feeling this, right? Again, this is a little bit more specific, but it's not to say that it's wrong. It's not to say that this is bad. This is just to say that you might be getting different glimpses and different perspectives on things so that, again, you can have a more well-rounded view of it so that your nervous system can settle in and stop being hung up on, well, how is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? Am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? Right? It's like, I feel like it's almost as if these downloads of informations and these little sparks of inspiration and passion is all coming together to create something that's going to be, again, a much bigger visual of what it is that you've been moving towards. And it's going to give you confidence and clarity to move forward towards these things so you stop second guessing it all the time. Can you tell us a little bit more about this Five of Swords energy, please? And thank you, Spirit. What is this Five of Swords? Because that definitely came popping out pretty quickly on its own here. What would you like us to know about this Five of Swords energy, please? And thank you, Spirit. I just got a tickle in my throat as soon as, I'm going to take a sip of water. That came out of nowhere. Okay. This feels like Five of Cups and the Nine of Cups. The ego is a little bit more at play with all these new downloads coming in and all these different experiences and a little bit of teeter-totter back and forth energy, because there feels like there's been hurt and pain in the past before. Whether it's towards this specific thing or something similar that you were trying to work on or do previously, there's disappointment here with the Five of Cups, right? It's looking at the cups that have been knocked over, everything that's been lost instead of everything that you gained, even from seemingly bad situations. And I say it like that because it's relative, right? We can look at a situation and focus on what was lost, or we can focus on what we still have, what we gained. And that's the sweet spot here with the Five of Cups. We have two fives here, which also represents change. Five is the number of things getting upheaved. What am I trying to say? What word? Sure, we're gonna go with that. We're things that are being pulled out from underneath you, maybe, so that things can recalibrate and come back together in a way that is more foundationally secure for you to move forward. Because this disappointment that you felt in the past, it had to do with something that you really truly wanted here with the Nine of Cups. It was a wish. It was a desire that did not get fulfilled. So now the ego is saying, why are we looking at this again when we already saw that this didn't work? Okay, so let's see, how do we put the ego at ease here then? Because that's, it's valid. We go through experiences and certain things become wounds to us, whether they're surface level, deep core wounds. Regardless, we carry memories within our cellular body. And if we're experiencing something that creates a familiar reaction, then again, we're going to question the why of it, right? So how do we put these nerves, this uncertainty, this doubt to rest in this situation? Ace of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. Another 5 there. Now we have 555. That is a big confirmation that there is big change happening here. Okay, so how we put it at ease is looking at, I think this is about having, again, this is about taking in all these little downloads of information that we've been getting and piecing it together to see a bigger picture, because you need to look at whatever it is. If this is a relationship, a new business, a project, it doesn't matter what the desired outcome is. This is about you choosing how you perceive that version of success, what you envision something as being good, right? Like if we take a project and we look at it and say, well, it's not good enough. It's okay, but it's not great. That might be you needing to rewire your own system to look at what hard work you've put into it and decide that it is great. It's not just good, it's great. For where you're at, from where you were before, it might not be perfect, it might not be flawless yet, but you have to learn to enjoy the process too. And the more you lean into just trusting in those nudges, whether it's a positive outcome or something that kind of just seems to not really do much, it's still bringing you to where you want to go. It's all part of building this stronger foundation, because the Ace of Pentacles talks about building, creating something new that is going to have long-term standing. This isn't about building something that's going to be, oh, this is so exciting, and then fleeting. This is about something being built slowly and over time so that you can maintain this, right? Pentacles talks about building something that gives you security, stability, but this can also be talking about you creating and building something that's going to create generational wealth or move into the next phase and chapter of your life, of your family. This is about trusting in these moments where you look out and say, it doesn't feel like it's enough, and switching that dialogue to trust and understand that you are exactly where you need to be. And I'm sure we've all heard that before, but it's true. It's true. There's a reason why certain phrases get said over and over again, right? We hear them so commonly because it's true. You have to be happy with where you're at. You have to celebrate your own successes. You have to look at this and say, I'm not fully there yet, but I'm also not where I was. Because the more you can shift this perspective away from feeling like it's lacking in some way, change it from saying it's not where I want it to be to this is a work in progress. This is taking me towards my desired goal, right? Because remember too, there's a caveat here too. It's like we can work towards something so tirelessly and get to an endpoint and realize we didn't actually want it anyways. The Ace of Pentacles tells us to slow down and enjoy the process. Slow down and recognize everything that you've built, recognize everything that has the potential of still coming to be. Because the truth is, if you do things too quickly, sure, you might get to that end goal or that result faster, but it might not have everything that you needed to learn and experience along the way to truly build something that reflects you. If we build something by looking at somebody else's examples all the time, we're not going to build something special and unique to us. We're just going to recreate what somebody else has already done, right? Okay, so let's see here. What is it that you are trying to reveal? What is this revelation about? Because again, this feels like getting the little pieces of information so that the bigger picture can come in, because the feeling that I'm getting with this reading and this energy is that this bigger picture and this shift in perspective is what's going to help you move forward. Especially if you've been feeling a little stuck, a little stagnant, a little unclear, this is going to help you move forward. Let's see. What is this energy, Spirit? What are you trying to reveal to us at this time, please and thank you? Okay. Two of Cups and the Eight of Cups. This, first of all, this Two of Cups coming out, this is about co-creation. Two of Cups is about harmonious relationships within ourselves, within our partnerships, friends, lovers. But this feels like, I love this deck, and I understand now why I was kind of called to it, because I love how it represents the connection with these dots over their head. It's almost like this telepathic communication happening, right? It's being so in sync that you don't even need to say anything out loud. You just kind of understand and know. And I feel like this is about that connection with your higher self. This isn't always about leaning on other people outside of ourselves. This is about tapping into who we really are, what our higher guidance is trying to show us, what the universe is waiting to cultivate with us. Those little sparks and downloads that you get, they're not random. They're coming to you for a reason. This is life, and this is the universe signaling to you, hey, you were asking, here it is. But it's up to us whether we take those messages and not just take them, but try and integrate them and understand them. So what they're trying to reveal here is that you're not alone in doing this, but maybe the way you've been going about it, maybe you've been working with another person. This could be, again, a relationship, a work partnership, whatever it might be. It's like if there's been friction or if there has been a lack of eye to eye, this is about choosing to see a higher perspective in this. So recently, I felt like I was trying to make sense of something to the point that I was creating the pressure in this dynamic. I was putting the emphasis on believing that there was always something to fix, something to do, something that needed to be worked out. And then I stepped back and realized that I had been focusing so much time and energy onto something that was trying to prove to me I could trust it, but I wasn't allowing myself to believe it. I wasn't allowing myself to believe that everything there was good, that it didn't require my time and energy and my fixation on things. So then I started moving into this place of whenever I started overthinking it and being like, well, maybe I should do this, this, and this, and this, I just told myself to stop. I just said, stop trying to fix everything and just accept the fact that maybe things are actually good. Maybe things are actually better than you're giving it credit for, but you're too focused on believing out of past experience and disappointment and fear of not getting what it is that you wanted, that was going to happen again. So I had to keep fixating on it to make it perfect. That need to make it perfect, that need to make it go in the way that I wanted it to, was creating so much pressure. And the minute I stopped and just said, maybe I trust this instead, the easier it started to go. It's like we get so caught up in our own head about how things should be or how we want them to be, because we're taking our past experiences and trying our best to avoid that, but then build something specific instead, that we forget that this is a co-creation with life. If we get too fixated on it has to be like this, it has to happen that way, we do not leave room for our partnership with spirit to come in and guide us, to give us those nudges, to give us those green lights so that we can move, we can take constructive steps to move forward to what it is that we actually want. Okay, let's wrap this up here with a little bit more. I want to take a look more so specifically at, what we saw, what's trying to be revealed here, but what is it that comes next? Because this feels like this shift in perspective is going to bring about something new. It's like a new phase being initiated, because again, we saw the 555 there too. There is major change underway. So what change is going to come in through all this? What is this all cultivating? What is the change that this is going to bring about? Justice. This is karmic recalibration. I just got like, the timing of that video getting cut off was very, very funny, because I almost needed a minute to catch my breath. But even just coming back into this, it took a minute. But we're gonna wrap up this message with something that feels very important. And I'm gonna take what just happened here as an emphasis of how important this is. So again, this doesn't feel like something you just tried and now the results are coming back around from. Even if whatever it is that you're currently working towards is new, this is about all the lessons and experiences that you had previously over the past several months, years. This feels like something long-term that's coming to a point of now receiving its karmic retribution. It's like life is saying, we remember every bit of energy, every bit of time and effort that you put in, and now you're going to be receiving back for it. And it's very important with that to be open to receive these little downloads, these little blips, because life is trying to say everything that you have been through is now about to be balanced out, and balanced out in your favor. So if this message is resonating for you, congratulations, because I can feel that this has been a long time coming, and you just have to listen to those little nudges now, because this feels like a message of finality in a way, to say you've finally had that breakthrough. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you so much for being here with me. If you like the reading, again, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. It honestly means the world to me. You mean the world to me. Thank you so much for your beautiful energy, and I will see you soon.